Bazinga punks, and welcome back with more of the Big Bang Theory. We interrupt this week's scheduled broadcast to bring you the original pilot of this show. I was actually asked to check it out a while ago, thought it could be fun, and I think I originally intended to do it between seasons like 6 and 7, but I just kept forgetting every single time the end of a season came, but I finally remember this time. It's been a while, but I remember hearing that it's wildly different than the pilot that we wound up getting, and that we have a different actor as Penny. Curious what the chemistry is like, and looking forward to seeing this alternate universe version that we could have gotten. Alright, full reactions on Patreon, leave a like, and let's get started. The Sperm Bank. Is Sheldon done?
Took you long enough.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Really? Did you find something more interesting in your pants?
No, we're selling our sperm to a high IQ sperm bank, and we can't guarantee high IQ offspring.
Migrating.
Sheldon, you are the only person I know that can take the fun out of masturbation.
Fortunately, I stumbled across a magazine that featured women with large buttocks.
And by stumble across, you
Oh.
remove...
This is not a random
This is a very
fetish. Ample hindquarters suggest successful
Different Sheldon.
childbearing.
Did you fill the cup or not?
No, I don't think those cups are designed to be filled. No, the size is meant to facilitate aim, like the spittoons of the Old West.
Did Leonard
Excuse
go
me.
already and it was really fast? I remember this.
1 across is a GN, 8 down is Nabokov, 26 across is MCM, 13 down is... Move your finger.
Move your
Phylum,
finger.
which makes 13 across, put a prince.
We've completed our assignment.
We made 2 deposits. That's about
Each?
80 million egg-seeking geniuses.
I'll get you your checks.
Checks? No, we need cash.
Why?
So the plan was to go out to dinner.
Then we're temporarily short on funds.
I'm surprised.
Cash the check.
Policy is check only.
No deal.
No
Pay
deal.
us cash or we want it back.
Fine.
Okay, I was bluffing.
Clearly.
That was a good bluff. You almost had me.
Did you hear that? I almost had her.
How is it that you can recite pi to 80 decimal places, but you can't recognize sarcasm?
I don't think the two are related. Convincing the Bombay Palace to let us pay for our meal with a check from a sperm bank.
Well, we could eliminate the middleman and just pay with sperm.
I wonder if that's where the phrase beat the check comes from.
No.
She seems a little upset.
Try not to make eye contact.
Oh.
Anyway, I was thinking maybe I could come and stay with you and Henry. Why would that be awkward? If I hadn't slept with him, you never would have met him.
Oh, man.
Shouldn't we do something?
Would he have done it if
What
she
about
wasn't
the
pretty?
damsel in distress?
It's a 12th
Or a
century
woman?
code of chivalry. It's not exactly current. You'd also have to have been knighted for that to apply. I wonder if you'd feel compelled to help her if she were unattractive.
I
Yeah.
wonder if you'd feel compelled to help if she had a big hiney.
She doesn't have a big hiney?
Once again, that attraction is purely biological.
Cloak it in science all you want. You're an ass man.
Very different
Now,
Sheldon.
let's go eat.
Are you suggesting we just leave her here?
We're not leaving.
Can
her
she
here.
not-
She's here. We're leaving. There's no causal.
Hear everything they're saying?
But you hold on. I find that when I'm undergoing severe emotional strain, that good food and conversation can often have a calm effect.
If
That
you say
also,
so.
curry is a natural laxative.
Smooth.
One less thing to worry about.
Leonard, I'm no expert, but in the context of a dinner invitation, it's probably best to skip the discussion of bowel movements.
You're asking me to dinner?
Yes. Nope.
Yes.
Stand up on the curb.
Why?
I don't know.
You seem sad.
He's just acting on his evolutionary imperative.
Oh
to
my
protect
God.
the fertile.
You guys can buy me dinner, but that's the end of it.
The end of what?
Wow.
Wow.
Let's go eat. Katie.
Oh,
So you
not
guys
even
want
named
to
Penny.
pick up-
I'm really uncomfortable here.
Of course you are.
Relax.
What's his problem?
This isn't where we normally sit. We sit at that table over there. That's our table.
That's our spot.
In the summer, the nearby air vent provides adequate cooling. In the winter, it's protected from the outside air.
Is it not
It's
the
generally
summer or the
servers
winter right
eye
now?
line, making signaling efficient. I could go on, but I think I've made my point.
Let's say that you hung in with a guy while he puked his way through 2 weeks of booze and Vicodin withdrawal. Wouldn't you think that he owes you a breakup explanation that goes a little deeper than I'm married?
Probably.
And I have seen 6 women naked. Some of them weren't even relatives.
Some of
Even though I hate the guy, I still love him.
Well, that's something of a paradox. Now, if you look at Huygens, light is a wave, as confirmed by the double slit experiments. But then along comes Albert Einstein and discovers that light behaves like particles, too.
that really helps. Yeah, thank you so much.
So, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. I guess I have to find a place to stay.
Sheldon's like, let's finish and not talk about it.
We have a spare room.
No, we don't.
Really? What happened to it?
Give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Hey, I cannot.
Mold. That room has mold. And there's rats. There's big, giant mold-eating rats.
Mold eating rats, so there wouldn't be any mold.
That would take care of the mold problem, and the rats would die.
Damn it.
This is not one of those stories that starts with inviting the strange chick in and then ends with you waking up in the bathtub missing a kidney.
Oh, you just put that thought into Sheldon's mind.
It's gonna be fine.
She didn't say it was going to be fine. She said we could keep our kidneys. It's just some quantum mechanics with a little string theory doodling around the edges. And that part there, that's just a joke. That's a spoof of the Born-Oppenheimer approximation.
Aha.
Holy smokes.
If by holy smokes you mean a derivative restatement of the kind of stuff you can find scribbled on the wall of any men's room at MIT, sure.
What?
Competitive?
Come on.
Excuse me, fellas.
What?
Shower?
No, I'm fine.
No.
Yeah, I meant me. I need to get out of these clothes and stand under some hot water.
Guys.
We've never had a woman take her clothes off in our apartment before.
Never?
Remember at Thanksgiving, my grandmother with Alzheimer's had that episode?
Sure, that counts.
7! I've seen 7!
What about the Korean spy?
Professor Lieberman had a full-on face-biting nervous breakdown. We get his grant money. Now we can finish our proton anti-proton research.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't think so! I'm guessing the only research he'll be doing now is which checker set in the day room has all the pieces.
Oh boy.
Where do you keep your hair products?
Why?
We don't have hair
Yeah.
products.
No, you don't, do you?
Don't tell me you're blowing your sperm money on hookers.
No.
There'd be nothing wrong with
This is
that.
Katie.
Hi, Katie. I'm Gilda.
Hey,
Gilda.
Let's put our cards on the table, shall we? Right now, Leonard and I are doing research together. This, of course, will be followed by the initiation of sexual congress,
Oh,
social
wow.
coupling, offspring, etc.
You've been planning this for a while. Leonard.
That is, unless some female wants to challenge my position. She seems nice.
I'm not sure you do.
You're just restating this section over here. If she has ulterior motives, lambda, then she's evil, epsilon.
Exactly. We have modus ponens. Lambda implies epsilon, and for epsilon. And you haven't even factored in a set of happy little nipples that follow you around the room like the eyes in a Catholic icon.
All right, we'll call the nipples gamma.
Okay.
What?
well, I'm going out for a drink. Anybody want to join me?
That could be an interesting
No.
out.
Look, you and I have reached a tentative detente.
Détente?
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium?
Oh.
Stasis.
I can handle alcohol.
Oh, really? Do you not recall Peter Gorham's doctorate party where you proclaimed you're a urine-powered perpetual motion machine?
What?
Now, in his Now, those are not childbearing hindquarters.
There's enough children in the world.
What even is this sense of humor? Uh-oh. The lightsaber.
Okay, if that thing vibrates, I'm gonna need to borrow it.
Damn.
What happened?
The guy dumps his beer all over me. I had to come back here and change.
I meant, how'd you break the lamp? But I forgive you. You were completely distraught over the end of your relationship, and now you want to party? That makes no sense.
Why
That makes
not?
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Allow me to explain it to you in your language. Nerdish.
Nerd-ish? You're erasing his work. He spent months on that.
Oh, nothing. Someone else can win the Nobel Prize in Physics. Please continue.
I don't think you were close, Leonard, unfortunately.
Once again, she is the hypotenuse
What?
between a lying boyfriend and his clingy wife. But the C stands for clingy.
What else would it... Oh,
Oh!
Now, her stupid mother, B,
bitch.
Barbara?
Barbara,
Frickin' Leonard!
can't ipso fatso, I drink till I'm flatso.
Ipso fatso?
You make stupid choices, and then you blame everyone else.
Ooh.
You're calling me stupid.
No, I
No.
said you make
Stupid
stupid choices.
Because I'm stupid.
No.
Well, the simplest equation is usually the right one.
Then this is you.
I'm a spaceship on wheels?
Ghost on roller skates?
I'm starting to think it's a penis. Did Katie come back?
Yeah, about a half an hour ago, she took her stuff and left.
You didn't even try to stop her.
Why?
You don't know
would he?
that.
I think she left because of something I said.
Great,
say.
jot it down in case she comes back.
No, I need to talk to her.
Is that
How?
sarcasm? We have a perfect life. We go to the lab, we do our research, we eat, we watch Lord of the Rings. Who has a better life than us?
Oh, I
Doesn't
don't
sound
know.
too bad.
Snails?
Snails.
Well, let's just put the whole thing up on the board and
I don't
we'll
want to
figure
put it up on the board. Maybe there's some things you can't
in the
figure
roommate
out on a
agreement?
board.
You take that
I
back.
don't even know who you are anymore.
Just gonna wander the street looking for her.
What are you doing here?
I came to apologize.
Well, forget about it.
Look, I'm not very good at talking to people.
And?
And? No, that's it. That's all I got.
Because he's not very good at talking to people.
Okay, well, see ya.
So we're done?
I'd offer you a tote bag full of vomit, but it requires a $25 purchase.
Kitty, where will you go?
Figure something out. I always do.
My little run-in last night with Princess Areola got me thinking.
Princess Areola?
It's time we go for coffee. I feel you have a right to know that Sheldon and I have had sex.
Oh,
Oh.
no, he doesn't have a right to know that.
It was at a Star Trek convention. We were in costume, of course.
Of course.
Do you realize in the last 24 hours you've ruined masturbation, cowboys, and Star Trek?
Remember the thing about where was I going to go when I said I'd figure something out? I figured it out. Where else can I live rent-free without having to bang some loser?
Okay.
Hey, Sheldon, kill off some brain cells with alcohol. It makes the other ones work a little harder.
Okay?
Sure, that's how it works.
You want to dance?
No, not really. No, I'm fine, thank you.
Wasn't asking.
Excuse
I don't
me.
think. Oh boy. A lot of energy there.
They don't get out much.
Oh, that would have been a very, very different show. Yeah, this was very, very different than what we got. Like, some of the situations and jokes carried over, and I think Leonard's character is mostly the same, but everything else feels wildly different. Penny isn't even in this. Beyond Katie not even having the same name, it feels like they scrapped the old character and came up with a new one. Also got rid of Gilda, and Katie and Penny have almost nothing in common personality-wise. Penny starts off a little too innocent, while Katie is very cynical and very blunt and straightforward. Admitted straight to Leonard's face that she's staying because she doesn't have to have sex with some loser to get housing elsewhere. I've seen Katie's actor in an episode of Castle. It was the one with the haunted house. Don't recognize Gilda though. I do wonder how these actors feel about this show, missing out on roles that would have changed the trajectory of their careers and the money that would come with that. Though I think this show would have been much less successful if the premise and the feel was what it was here. It feels very like dime a dozen for that time period. Glad they made big enough changes to where it is now. Gilda seems like a rather cold and calculating type, celebrating the downfall of a colleague because she and Leonard would get grant money, and then she had many things planned out ahead for her and Leonard's future. She admitted to having coitus with Sheldon. Assuming Leonard and Katie were meant to get together eventually, would Sheldon have wound up with Gilda? That feels very, very weird. If you subscribe to the idea of multiverses, somewhere out there they could have made this show based on this pilot. If we could get access to that, I might simply watch it to gain a new appreciation for the show that we did get. And then Sheldon still had some of his eccentricities, annoying in some of the same ways, but you wouldn't confuse him with a character that some have looked to for asexual representation. This version is interested in coitus and very appreciative of Sir Mix-a-Lot's favorite body part. So yeah, overall, it's a very good thing they reworked much of the premise because this original pilot feels like something that would have been cancelled after 1 or 2 seasons. I think some of that is because with Penny, there was some plausible deniability that she was using Sheldon and Leonard. It felt more like, oh, these friendly nerds want to help me, that's nice. Whereas with Katie, it's made clear that she's almost taking advantage of Leonard, and I think that would drive off a lot of people at the start of the show before she grows to like them and has a change of heart and a whole character growth arc. Definitely a wild ride though to check this out after 9 seasons, and woof. Curious if any of the other shows I've watched have unused pilots like this that are so drastically different. That'd be fun to check out. But yeah, thanks for watching, friends. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys soon with Season 10. Bye, friends.